Well, I think you got a pretty good reaction to the first week, both on the U.S. power plant announcement, which happened just as the conference opened, and also more signals out of China that they're looking seriously at dealing with their coal consumption issue. So those, I think, gave some positive spirits here. Clearly, I think the U.S. got some of what it needed here in terms of moving forward on negotiations towards the information requirements decision for the nationally determined contributions. China signaled that they would put forward their national contribution in the first half of next year. So now you've got the three biggest emitters in the world, the U.S., China, and the European Union, saying they will all come forward with a concrete proposal. We haven't heard from some of the other big players about timing, so that's a little bit of a concern that we have to get more of them to say that they will put their proposal forward. And of course, what we didn't get here this week is what we didn't get in Warsaw too. We didn't get an assessment phase. What happens when countries have put their proposals forward? How are they evaluated both collectively against the 2°C temperature goal and individually in terms of equity and fairness? Who's doing their fair share? So that still remains to be worked out in Lima, and I think that's going to be a very tough fight. But without that, you basically just have the pledge, not even pledge and review, and there's no way that civil society can come in to a formal process and put on pressure. Of course, we will do our own evaluation when the proposals are put forward and say what we think about what the U.S. has done, what China has done, what others have done. But it would be good to have a formal process decided in Lima, so that still remains to be done. I think you saw here, interest in the near-term ambition track on renewable energy and efficiency, on land use, on cities. A lot of interest in figuring out what decisions we could take in Lima to try to get movement on that front. What could the Green Climate Fund do when it gets up and running to help accelerate the deployment of solar and wind and other renewable technologies? What could the Climate Technology Center do now that it's up and running? So I think that's going to be an interesting thing to watch between now and Lima. Can we get some concrete actions on the table? And of course, everyone's looking to September and the Bonn Ki-moon Summit to see if countries or groups of countries come forward with initiatives in particular sectors to try to raise ambition and start to bend the curve down a little bit.